Welcome to Rock Up Podcast. You know, I am in the midst of a hard lesson for myself not to drink before I start doing the show. Because, holy shit, man. As I take a swig of beer, I can kind of fuck shit up. But that's not your problem, that's my problem. I'll just tell you guys this. Today, we're playing a whole lot of music. We're going to play some serious fucking music. I'm going to be playing a song by Wargrinder's new kind of EP thing called Ironclad Destroyer. I'm going to be playing a song from Paganizer, a song from Abaddon Incarnate, and a song from a band called Clunicolum from their demo. Also, playing exclusive from Northern/Cold Northern Vengeance's 7-inch that is soon to come out. As soon as all this bullshit clears up and you're able to send packages overseas, I'm going to play a song, the title track from their 7-inch Cabin Fever, which is terrific. But before I do all that, Rock Up Podcast is brought to you by Blackbird Tattoo and Piercing, 300 South State, Clearfield, Utah. Hit them up right now. Make some plans to get some tattoos and piercing. Hit them up on the Facebook. And then as soon as all this bullshit is over with, you guys can go in there and get tattooed and pierced. Also, Rock Up Podcast brought to you by Anti-All Forever Records. Go to spikesandhatestorenvy.com, and they always have something going on. The last couple of weeks, they've just had something every fucking... It seems like they had something every week that was new and something I've never heard of. So, very exciting. Go to spikesandhatestorenvy.com. Support Anti-All for Records. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm learning a hard lesson right now, just to not have so much to drink before I start the show. Back to it. You guys, you good folks, are always welcome to hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or the Twitter, and just type in Rock Up Podcast. Look for the skull with the cowboy hat, and that's me. So message me, send me music. I love that. Send me music, send me books or film to review. I'm happy to do it. And you will get the opinion of a Midwest fucking cracker over here. I guess you're supposed to say honky, not cracker. Because in the joint, there's a saying that says, crackers crumble, honkies rumble. So you want to be a person that rumbles, not crumbles, right? Yeah, honky. Anyway, I am going to just shut the fuck up now and get out of the way and play with my balls. No, not really. But, let's see, where is it? I'm going to start playing some music. So right now I'm going to play a song from the new Wargrinder. I guess it'd be an EP because there's like 5 songs on it. But check it out. And of course, for all the bands, I'll be, posting links and shit for you guys to go right to them and check them out and support them. Support all these bands. They're all terrific. Without further ado, At the Third Funerary Bell. Let's say it a mouthful. Wargrinder. goddamn, at the Third Funerary Bell by Wargrinder off of his new album, Ironclad Destroyer. Yeah, it always astonishes me that this is one man doing everything. He started as a drummer and, learned guitar and all that shit. And yeah, he's a one man fucking army. He's also a Westside Barbell certified strength training coach, and he has a YouTube channel just called Terry Strength Coach, and you can watch the fucking dude from Wargrinder teach you, coach you in how to lift weights and shit. If you go on there, look for just a big kind of bald guy with a beard doing a deadlift. But it's crazy, so much talent, and I wonder if it's talent or just hard work and dedication. What a badass! What a badass! What an example! But yeah, man, that dude fucking covers weightlifting and war metal, and you know what? Wargrinder's probably one of my favorite fucking bands, just because of how insane and like a storm coming at you, like a wall of running into a brick wall. It's just balls to the wall, fucking solid noise of just fucking hatred. So I absolutely love Wargrinder, and I hope you guys do too. And if you don't, well, you're probably some SJW pussy. I don't really want to know you anyway. So I don't know, man. That was silly. That was some good shit, though. But I think I'm gonna go and play a little favorite of mine, the good band Paganizer. damn, man, I haven't listened to Paganizer in a while. And every time I do, I'm like, fuck, that's a good fucking band. That was Beneath the Gauze by Paganizer. Oh, shit. Off of the album, The Tower of the Morbid. Released in 2019. I guess last year. I guess that was last year. I don't know. What the fuck? So, the weather in Utah is always kind of bipolar. So I decided to take my two little sons on a nice hike yesterday because the weather was supposed to be pretty nice. Today it's rainy as fuck and weird and windy. And tomorrow it's probably going to be beautiful again. But, yeah, so I decided yesterday I'm going to take them on a hike. Look on my Owl Trails app and fucking find a nice little trail for the three of us to do. 2.5, easy peasy, Japanese, no big deal. The trails aren't really marked that well at this place called Dimpledale. I mean, some of them are and some of them aren't. The particular one we were on was, well, you get on this one trail called the North Rim Trail, or Dimpledale North Rim. And then off of that are all these other trails that offshoot and have these signs posted and all that. Well, I kept not seeing our goddamn sign posted. And as it turned out, we just ended up doing the North Rim, and that is 5.3 miles instead of the 2.5 I was planning on. Now, the boys didn't walk that entire way. I had their stroller, and it's got the air tires, so it can go over wood chips and small rocks and stuff, so it's not a big deal. But man, I got my ass whooped yesterday just doing that and not being smart and knowing exactly where my trail begins and ends. But it was a good day, and me and the boys had a good time. We had water, we had like snacks and shit, so it wasn't bad. But a lot of it was fucking uphill. I mean, getting back to my car, a lot of that shit was uphill, like a big goddamn hill. Just because, Utah is kind of mountainous. We're a mountain state. So, you're on a mountain when you're on the incline of a mountain as you're going up to the trails, or the trailheads. So, you're basically walking down the trails and then you're walking back up. But, yeah, man, boy, did I feel like a jackass. But, I had to physically suffer and learn my lesson. And the boys had a great time. They had a terrific time. And, like I said, we had plenty of water and food and shit, or like snacks for them. But, boy, I felt like a jackass. All right. On another note, because of everything that's going on, the Transcending Obscurity, they have a lot of free download stuff. Please go check them out and take advantage of some of the free downloads and, maybe buy some shit. But I ended up downloading two bands, and both of them from Ireland, and that was not on purpose. It was just like kind of by accident. But I'm going to play them both back to back. They're both pretty good, though. The first one I'm going to play is called Abaddon Incarnate, and they're on Transcending Obscurity. And then the other one I'm going to play is called Cluna Colum, and this is off their demo with the song Total Extermination. So I'm going to play two songs back to back. Here we go.
Get
Okay, the two bands you just heard was Abaddon Incarnate, the song Yester Hara, and they're off of that Transcending Obscurity record label. Then the last song you just heard was called Cluna Colum. That's off their demo. I like them. They kind of remind me of Mortician. And if you don't like Mortician, I don't know what's wrong with you. I can't help you. I have no patience or time for people that don't like Mortician. And of course, I mentioned that Abaddon Incarnate is off the and Transcending Obscurity record label. Both bands are from Ireland. I didn't do that on purpose. That was kind of an accident. I usually try to break it up pretty good with, where bands are from, and then also like style of metal that is. But it's not a perfect world, and whatever. Wise man once said, "God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy." I agree with the last two second parts. I hope all of you guys are taking care of yourselves and being safe and all that. But also, almost more importantly, I hope you guys are all still living your lives. I'm fortunate enough to have been born and raised in a state that has lots and lots of wide open spaces. I'm not a mall guy. We don't go to the mall. We like hiking. We like trails. We like forests. We like fishing. There are a couple things that we miss. Our favorite restaurants. We miss going to those. But we're not. My wife kind of is. She's kind of a city gal, but she's learning more and more not to be. And I'm not a city guy at all. I hate the city. I would move to one of the small little outskirt towns in Utah and live there happily for the rest of my days. We found this little town called Torrey, which is in southern Utah, I don't know, a couple of years ago, because we wanted to see some petroglyphs. And these are some really cool petroglyphs, and they have a lot of those in Utah. So we stopped in this little town called Torrey, and it was just a wonderful little town, and we absolutely fell in love with it. But little towns like that's where I prefer to spend the last of my days, away from people. Your closest neighbor is like half a mile away, and you talk when you run each other at the supermarket or grocery store or butcher. You have an actual butcher in town, and that's pretty much fucking it. But this is coming from a guy who grew up in a suburb outside of Salt Lake City. So I've never had the small town experience that some people have had. I have a buddy, Adam, who, I don't know, you guys probably know who he is. Adam Campbell, or Reverend Adam Campbell from Church of Satan. He's got a bunch of things on YouTube and whatever. But anyway, he grew up in a really small town called Salem, which is up in northern Utah. That's Spanish Fork area. And he's like, he told me once, he loved the atmosphere of it, but he hates all the little small town gossip and shit. I don't think that would really be a problem for me, but, I'm ignorant to that experience, where he's had to live it. But still, man, I think I would still prefer to have my family move to a smaller town away from the city. Nah, but Utah's a pretty great state, and everyone is, everyone outside of Utah, the second you mention Utah, well, the Mormons this is the Mormon capital. You know what? It is. It is. There's no fucking denying that shit. That is as fucking plain as the nose on your face. But you know what they do? They keep our city nice and clean. Yeah, the LDS Church, they make sure Salt Lake City is clean. And yeah, there's like shitty little like areas, but they don't last long. And you don't have parts of the city where entire blocks are rotting out. Why? Because the LDS Church will buy them, refurbish them, and then lease them out. And if they have to lease them out to several companies, they will. And if they make billions of dollars from doing that, good for them. Because I don't want my fucking city to have spots that rot. Like Boston or New York or Detroit, Louisiana. They all have places, they all have areas, entire blocks, several blocks, where it's just like rotting buildings. Which is stupid to me, so fucking dumb to me. But you can't motivate people who don't have anything to give anyway. You can't motivate people without money to rebuild something when they're still trying to put food on the table and a roof over the head. So it does help for a corporation to come in and buy everything or buy a lot of like abandoned buildings and lease them out to different companies, wherever those companies may be. I mean, I prefer it that way. Maybe on a different day I would feel differently, but that's off the top of my head, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that. And yeah, there's a lot of problems with them too, and whatever, which are pretty fucking minuscule, except for like all the spousal abuse and child molestation. But Christ, that's in the Catholic Church too. That's every fucking religion. That's not really in any. That's not. That's in every single religion. It's not in every goddamn religion you fucking look up, right? So that's more of a human problem than it is a philosophical or spiritual one. Oh man, I got off on a weird tangent, didn't I? Yes, small towns, yay. Big cities, nay. People that take care of their big cities, yay. And people who let them rot because they're liberals, nay. Those are my votes, Councilman. Thank you. Fuck. Alright, boys and ghouls. I'm going to play my last song now. It's from the band Northern / Cold Northern Vengeance. And that is how you will look them up on Facebook. They have a few other releases. All their music is terrific. Fantastic. From the New Hampshire, New England area. Great, unique kind of style of black metal band. And I recommend them to everybody. But Mr. Paul Heathen was nice enough to let me play this on the podcast. So without further ado, here is the title track from their 7-inch that is coming out probably sometime this summer, called Cabin Fever. of that song is fucking awesome. Dun 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 dun. Meow. Dun 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 dun. Meow. Fucking love it. Love it. What a great band. What a terrific fucking band. That was Cabin Fever. That song was called Cabin Fever from the 7-inch or the small release from the band Northern / Cold Northern Vengeance. So yeah, that was Cabin Fever. Check that shit out. Just fucking terrific. Great people and great fucking music. So please go support them. Do that, and yeah. I think I'm going to wrap it up right here. I think we're good for today. I played a bunch of music, and I had way too much to drink. So that's pretty much the way most of these shows go, isn't it? Well, whatever, man. What the fuck ever. What, you my judge? My mom? Huh? You're my fucking mom? You're my mom, S.A. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. And I will talk to you motherfuckers next Thursday. Okay, bye.